And it's time to get into round 2, episode 2 of Insecure, the final season. The team is here. We got things to talk about tonight. This episode is titled Growth, okay? And I think we got to jump to the hottest thing of the night right now. And I know Sherelle, she can't wait for this one.
I about to say,
the whole Nathan and Issa thing. First of all, good to see Nathan. I mean, Kendrick has really been a very pivotal part for all the stuff that's been happening during the pandemic and the protests. All of the activist work that he's been doing. So definitely appreciate that. And then seeing him back where I first got accustomed to him, it's almost like you do this too, because the activism work superseded all of that. But Nathan is back for the second episode here, and Nathan and Issa, they kiss. What is happening here? So, folks, we're gonna jump off with our hottest question of the night. What was the cry about? What happened here? Why? Like, what happened,
Come
ladies?
on.
What was that cry about?
Ladies.
Because I think from a male perspective, and unless Lucas says different, I think our response would have been pretty much the same. Like, wait, what?
Right, I'm gonna head out.
Absolutely.
That would have been my response.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, for real. I'm thinking I would have definitely been like, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Did I cross some line? Did I make you uncomfortable? What happened here? And I think he did the right thing by leaving or whatever. But to that point, when he got in his Uber, it ain't no way he knows what happened. So give us some clarity here, ladies. What was the cry about? What happened?
I think obviously it's like she still has some feelings for Lawrence. I mean, that's the only thing that I could think of.
Whoa, that was
my thought. My thought is she's not over Lawrence, and I mean, clearly, right? Because that just happened, right?
It didn't take a year.
We are a year ahead.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, we're already ahead. So her and Lawrence just,
she just ended it with Lawrence last week.
A year ago.
Yeah,
a year ago though.
Yeah, this is the time jump of 1 year.
A year ago.
Yeah.
This is the time jump from episode 1 to episode 2.
Yeah,
a year in a while.
Yeah. So really quickly, just so we can make sure we set the table right here. After they left the whole trip and Lawrence picked her up from the airport and then they broke up. It's official, they broke up, and she couldn't utter the words, but he knew what it was, and that was the close of the episode. And we know from her time at Stanford that she basically was just getting the business started. She didn't have much to talk about, but she had made progression. So the year serves. To me, the only purpose right now it serves is that we now see that she is fully in it. Yep. She's really building an empire, shall we say. So business-wise, she's doing good, but emotional,
it also points out that within that year, how her relationship with Molly has developed.
Oh, yeah.
So I wonder, with that relationship developing, so could it be that personal friendship is working great? The business is really great. So what's the one thing she's missing?
Yeah,
and she thought going back to the past would solve that issue.
I was getting ready to say that. I think that it was not smart for her to do what she did with Nate, Nathaniel, Nathan. We love him. We glad he's back. But I don't think that was a good idea. I think that if you're getting over Lawrence, and you've gotten over Lawrence, the best thing to do will be to move forward. The way her and Nathan interacted looked very much good on friendship terms and even on business terms. I would not have invited him to stay the night. That's just my personal opinion.
I feel like something happened between the year. I think her and Lawrence was having some sex.
Ooh, okay. Hold on.
And it's some remix going on.
Can I ask a quick question?
I'm gonna throw like another something that you said, Lucas, before I forget. I have been very critical about Molly in the past about doing this same trend of when the profession's doing good and the relation's doing good. So then her and Issa's relationship is doing bad. And it's very telling here that Issa got Molly doing good got her profession doing good, and now her relationship thing is doing bad. It's like they can't get the three elements all on the same track.
Yeah.
I think it's normal. I think there's a lot of people that's like this, but I think it's crazy that the roles kind of flipped here a little.
I think what Sherelle said may pay the biggest dividends with this show.
Yes.
Something happened during that year. Here's where I'm not willing to say it's with Florence. But something happened during the year where she's like, I thought I was ready. I don't think she's waiting a year to think she's ready. I think something happened, and she thought Nathan was her rebound from whatever happened. And I think now that I think about that was a really smart plot.
I don't know, but I don't know if that's her rebound.
Nathan.
When I say rebound, meaning like Nathan's always been there. They clearly have a friendship.
He's been the casualty for so much.
Yeah.
Something during that year possibly happened where it set her back, and she's like, but I still want that intimacy, and Nathan's familiar, and that's why. Or something may have happened between her and Nathan.
I was about to say that. I think maybe something could have happened with her and Nathan in between.
Then you came back.
Probably go.
You never know.
Or did they really ever get through closure?
To make an appearance.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm just saying. Everybody else was thinking it. I said it, so we all waiting for it.
I wasn't thinking it. I'm letting
dark sexy chocolate. Daniel, waiting for him to come back.
It never popped in my mind for dark sexy chocolate to come back.
So, ladies, really quick again. Let's make sure we get the answer here. What does that cry mean?
She's hurting.
She's hurting. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know, to be quite honest. I'm just a little bit confused. I'm actually stumped and at a loss for words. And y'all know that don't happen to me very often, but I am so like now that you guys are telling me it's a year later, and I'm like, okay. So now what's the cry about? Because that would make a difference. I'm really not sure.
Now hold on now, because I got like two more questions to parlay off of this. When she said she wasn't ready, what was she talking about?
That's what I mean. Nathan. Is it with Nathan or something else? Because she said, I thought I was ready.
Yeah, so is it a relationship? Is it Nathan?
Ready to move forward? Mm-hmm. Like, what's that? Yeah. I thought. And I understand it's way too much to ask you all to understand, considering that it's so much left out that we don't know right now.
Yeah,
we're definitely speculating.
I'm fielding predictions here. That's all.
Oh, I thought Naja was blaming y'all. Like, see,
no.
Why was she crying?
Nah. I'm giving. As I said, episode 1, I'm making sure that they're the focal voices here. So I want to know their perspective here on this one. Like,
at the current moment, I'm a Chrissy Teigen gif, the one where she's like, because I don't know. I'm real stuck right now.
That's not a name I thought I was going to hear.
Not of all names.
Now. Here's the question that we all can answer here. 1 year after a breakup, are you ready?
Yes.
Absolutely.
We're talking about Lawrence level breakup.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Straight up. I mean, back in bed with someone else ready.
Oh, I could do that in like 7 days.
Okay, let me be clear. Let me be clear. You vessel Issa. 1 year later, are you ready to be in that situation with Nathan?
Yeah, if it's just her.
It's her.
Like, her and Nathan literally broke up right before her and Lawrence got back together.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, if it's Issa, of course. Me personally, if it's just sex, 7 days later, I'm good. But if it's establishing something, then it's different. 7 days later.
So one business week. One business week. And I'm good.
So Nathan was just a late night little smash session, huh?
It was a rendezvous.
I won't say that necessarily because they have a past. I think
that's what I'm outlining here. Same type of scenario.
It's feelings that Issa still has for him.
Oh yeah.
And that she thought acting on them at that moment would be a smart move. And then she realized as they were doing it, that wasn't the move to make.
Yeah.
She'd have been better if she'd have like got a random dude like when she was managing the apartment, and got it off that way, then going to somebody with a past. Because what you don't want to do is backtrack with someone who you still have feelings with.
Yeah,
right, exactly. I agree.
So that's where I'm coming at with this is that she was playing with fire and she got burned. That's the bottom line.
I feel like the past just wasn't a good move.
She had a questionable night of emotions. I mean, the event, which we'll come back to in a little bit, could have been detrimental. She was preparing to be fired, but it didn't go that way, and she was still pretty stressed out about it. She sent that text out, and let's just take a prediction here. That text went out around 10:30, 11 o'clock.
About 11.
Yeah. So we know what it is, and she specifically said, "Do you want to grab a drink?" So cool. So now she's already emotional. Then the liquor is going to take her into another direction, and then she gets back into a comfortable position with somebody that she had feelings for. She put herself in that bed.
But wait, I thought Nathan texted her. So did she text Nathan?
She absolutely texted him.
She texted him, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
poor Nathan is the victim of all of this, by the way.
Because he did nothing wrong.
You know what?
I was gonna listen. First of all, y'all not gonna like me for this comment, but it is what it is. Nathan should have waited. I don't think he should have made the move. I don't think he should have made the move. She didn't look like she was ready. Does that make sense? She didn't look like she was eager. She just looked like she was there, kind of like sorting it out. I just don't feel like that was a good move on hit. I said, y'all, listen, let me get it out. All right, I'm done. I
want to say most of you women don't look ready. You don't get ready to do something.
You know what, Lucas?
Hey, bro, we can roll out on this one because that is a fact.
Well, I mean, most women don't look ready because most of y'all skip foreplay, so y'all be dry. How about that?
So most of y'all not ready for foreplay.
I'm out of here. I'm leaving.
Wow.
But on the real though, it's a kiss, so you're coming 50-50 on that. So you can't even blame them on that. I mean,
it's the hold on. Connection that you're trying to impede on that I think is the biggest issue. Like, I can be friends with an ex. Guess what? We're not doing. We're not sleeping in. I have an ex now, and I still call her my ex. That shit ended 5 years ago. I still have feelings about that. Okay, there's no way in hell you're gonna say, "Well, you can stay over and sleep in bed." No, the fucking can't. This is not happening. No. I think it was a bunch of bad decisions made
on the couch. Now,
what did Nathan do wrong?
He didn't spend the night with me on.
You know what he did wrong? Going there.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
That's it. It was going there. That was the issue. But I think he understood. Clearly, he understood what he thought the assignment was.
Yeah.
The moment she said you can stay the night.
Oh yeah.
That just wasn't. Hey, what the kids say? It just wasn't giving what it was supposed to give.
The math was not mathing.
Exactly.
The reasons were not reasoning.
Unpopular opinion. I still don't think he did anything wrong.
He didn't do anything wrong.
I just said I wasn't gonna like before.
No. I'm just saying because
I don't think he did anything wrong.
It was putting yourself in that situation. At times, we even have, as men, we have to understand, like, you know what? Maybe that's not the best situation to put myself in. But especially since Issa established early in the episode that Nathan was seeing other people.
No. It was a prediction that she thought. She said that to Molly and some side talk. And also, I want to get to that, but also that didn't seem like nothing but like speculative hate.
No. But when she said, what type of business you got? And she looked at him and said, "Oh, that type of business."
He never answered. I paid close attention.
But he didn't answer.
Nigeria, it's because we don't answer. That ain't for me to answer.
Exactly.
You know the game.
No. You don't self-incriminate yourself because somebody throws a slander at you. You don't say like, no, that's not true. Like if somebody feels a certain type of way.
Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Let's get to the next question because all Nigeria's guards are up.
I'm just saying
right in front of him, Joe.
I'm just saying that I do feel what you say that he should evaluate the situation, but in a situation where there's risk /reward, you say, well, what's the worst that could happen here? And the worst that happened here isn't detrimental to him. It's her that made the mistake in doing so. And he realized that she made the mistake. So he left. He withdrew from the situation. He didn't take advantage of this situation at all. He went over there. They were just cordial 24 hours ago. So why does he think he can't do it again? They were literally in a date spot where people were making out at. It's just as intimate as being somewhere else alone. So, like, if he handled it there, why couldn't he handle it back at her house?
Did he really handle it there?
Yes, they did nothing. They did nothing.
No, I'm sorry. See, it's not necessarily about what you do in the spot. It's what's presented in front of you and your reaction to it. So when he was like, "Oh, so it's working for somebody over there," like it's little innuendos that you're throwing out there.
Hold on,
we got to be very careful.
Hold on. We got to give it to Sherelle here because Sherelle is a Nathan expert here to the T. Sherelle, is that truly his mannerisms? Isn't that how he operates?
No, and I don't think that when they were in the bar, he said what he said in a way to insinuate that he wanted to have sex with her.
No, I agree with that.
Oh no. I don't mean it that way. I'm just meaning putting yourself still in that predicament and situation. Plus, Sherelle gonna cape for Nathan no matter what.
Well, no, I'm gonna say something negative because I think when him leaving, he's gonna go ghost again.
I would. That. She cried before sex.
I don't think we're gonna see him for a while.
Let me.
Would it ever be acceptable for you to cry before sex?
First of all, that was
God.
Cry. That was a cry like heartbreak, like somebody died.
I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do.
I'm saying,
like, if y'all was with a man, to flip it. Sorry, Nate, I know we keep interrupting. But to flip it from a female's perspective, if a man just started crying right before, what would be y'all reaction to it?
Oh, come on, bro. This is not even the same.
We want to figure it out. We're going to try to figure out how to help you. But after that, I'm not going to ever talk to you again. I'm going to help you.
See,
Lucas out for blood.
Lucas is out for blood. You see how nice Sherelle saying it's like, I'm going to figure it out and work with you. Look at Amaya's face and tell me she's working with you
together in this moment.
Oh,
but after this moment ends and I get in my car and I go home,
it's over.
See, that's how
social media. I'm deleting you from my phone.
Oh man, that's tough.
So then, is it wrong for Nathan to leave? Because
I don't like how he goes. I'm still hurting from the first time he goes.
Yeah, and to be clear, he going ghost isn't a malicious thing; it's a mental health thing, and he did it because he had to protect us. I felt that, like when you said that, and when I saw it, I felt that like this is this is detrimental to him.
But
for sure.
But he can't ghost her because they got business coming up.
You're right.
Wait. But he ghosted her off the strength of them being together on her birthday and did not care. Like,
but that's all.
This list of ghosting doesn't matter.
He really has nothing to lose. I mean,
I was gonna say that wasn't necessary on him though. The whole ghosting situation, but I mean, it was, but it wasn't because of the whole Molly interaction thing. So I think that played a part as well.
I agree. I forgot she interfered.
Yeah. So let's get to another point of the night.
I was gonna say, speaking of Molly,
we'll get to Molly. I think because Molly's gonna be a little bit complex, so we'll get to Molly last. I'm gonna throw a little bit of other little sidetrack questions here. All right, ladies, I got a question for you all.
I don't even like the way this started.
Oh, you know,
hey, not at all. But I'm sitting back drinking my wine.
Go ahead. You chug that. I'm a cup up in a second too.
Go ahead, King. Do your thing.
Yeah.
So can y'all ladies be friends with anybody you've ever seen their dick?
Huh?
Yes.
And this is a question from the show. It's not a random question I made up. Yeah, as Molly said, she said, Molly said
I can never be friends.
Said, I can never be friends with somebody I've seen their dick. So, ladies, do y'all stand firm to that law?
No.
Okay. Why do you think that is Molly's position?
It's the way you frame the question. I think that's the difference. I think when Molly said I can never be friends with someone I've seen their dick, she's referring to it in a relationship type of way. But it's I don't mean to be disrespectful to any one of our beautiful female Nubian princess queens. co-stars.
But
let's just say we don't necessarily understand or know what anyone's done in their private life and how many penises they've seen.
You're right.
Sometimes you might see a friend's penis because maybe you're in a group with a friend.
You out here. Here you go out for blood again. Here you go.
No. I'm being real here. Maybe you're in a group with a friend and it's a group of adults making adult decisions and showing adult art photographs. So you see a penis or two. So I don't think that would stop it because that's not the way Molly was framing the question.
Okay. So just in case I need to reframe the question.
Yes,
can you be friends with somebody you have been intimate with in the past?
There you go. That's a better question.
Yes. To a degree. Boundaries.
There you go.
So for me,
boundaries.
Oh, that's interesting. Amaya, you stay on pause for a second. Sherelle, what was your answer?
I said it depends.
With?
It depends on the dynamics of the situation. Like, how did it end?
Okay.
And why did it end? And what was the expectation beforehand?
Okay, so cool. Ladies, once again, can Nathan and Issa ever sustain true friendship?
After this episode, like after the crying, I think that he's gonna feel I don't want to use the word betrayed. Yeah, awkward, maybe misled,
definitely
uncomfortable, probably. And when you're uncomfortable, you're
bamboozled, run amok.
One of my favorite words.
I would have felt bamboozled. I would have been like, "What the hell?"
Exactly. Sherelle would be with it. Like, yeah, you feel bamboozled. Like,
I just got to throw this out there. Like, I have never been in that situation before, and I can't even imagine that shit seemed very different.
Oh wait, I'm lying. I have actually
being cried on, like me crying on a guy while in bed with him.
A guy cried on me, but it wasn't about his ex. It was about a kid.
I mean,
while y'all was in that moment,
not in that.
That's the key part.
No. Yeah, that's the key part about your emotions flowing one way, and then somebody like snatch the wheel the other way, and they're just like, "So we're here now." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was a sweet.
I've cried afterwards, but not into his arms. Like, and I think that women can probably like have had that experience before, but it's that I shouldn't have done this. I wasn't ready.
Oh, guys are ruthless. I absolutely believe.
Yeah, because if a girl,
I believe about 90% of women has.
Man, I'm like He-Man after that. Let her cry after.
Women do this in real life.
No, I could imagine. Guys are ruthless, so I could imagine being sold dreams and getting to the moment, and then afterwards you got a whole new person there, and I can imagine. But this is different, though.
Not going into sex, but like making out and stuff of that nature, and then it hits them something, and then they start crying. I've had that happen.
That's on par here. That's the same thing. Yeah. You in that situation.
I wouldn't full throttle like I'm sure Nathan was at that point. Pause.
I don't even think that's what it was. I think the situation became like, hey, I'm here to comfort my friend because Issa obviously was going through something. They have drinks. They have a kickback. He's like, hey, you're falling asleep. This is my place to leave. She says you can stay. So there's a level of trust and comfort there. So again, there's still a good marginalized understanding here. Then you get in bed and kiss. Kissing can go a billion different ways. You can have friendly kissing. You can have whatever. But the moment you cry, that is an extreme emotion. And that is an unpredictable response to whatever the situation may be. There's nothing that led to that, and her response is so blanketed that he doesn't even know what to do. That's the thing where I'm saying,
that's
like, has anybody ever been? Have you ever been like, let's just say one note the entire time, then somebody just hit a whole nother pitch, and you're just like, wait, what?
I think everybody has
the drunk uncle at the cookout. You're like, what song you singing, bro?
I think everybody's been through that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I honestly don't think I ever had that.
Really.
That situation caught me so off guard in watching this. I could not imagine what Nathan's car ride home is.
Socially awkward, so that caught me off guard.
It did catch me off guard. I wasn't expecting it.
Sherelle, I'll say this too, and I know how much you love him, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is his last episode.
Well, that's why I said I don't think we're going to see him for a long time.
Yeah, I think this is a write-off where we understand where his mental health possibly could be. And
I'm trying to think that I cry with somebody like that
to deal with
where my mind through that,
let alone her.
Shit.
Yeah, let's get to Molly now. Now Molly
Molly's just out here.
Molly has not been.
Molly's living her best life.
She hasn't been focusing on dating. Her parents has put a lot of pressure on her. They're expecting some things. This is Molly's second episode. This is Molly's second church dude trying to get in there by some religious, spiritual way. That song, I don't know what it was, but I almost could have put the shit on mute because I'm sorry. But I don't know what he was trying to praise with that one. But Molly has shoot, I don't know. You all can tell me what you think about this statement, but I think Molly hit an all-time low because she reactivated the Tinder, and I think that speaks to where she's at right now with things.
Really?
But
I don't know if it's an all-time low. But
Najir hates Molly. He hates Molly.
I don't think. Okay, yeah, all-time low may be harsh, but I think that based on what we've seen Molly now, we can say for a year and a half, just a rough year and a half, that she's been focused on herself.
Mm-hmm.
She seems to be back in meditation. Praise be to Kelly Rowland. And she's doing good on her job, you know? Everything is good. Everything's good. She cut her hair, but it ain't Britney-ish. That's just the style choice. Like, everything seems to be working on all cylinders. Yeah. But the relationship aspect is what she's been avoiding. I think this is a really, really genuine response. Her parents got in her head, and that's what made her ultimately say, okay, maybe I should, you know?
Yeah.
But she did go back to Tinder, and I think I love this scene. This is my favorite scene in the entire episode, because if you have just picked up Insecure Season 5, you got a quick glance into the timeline, the arc of Molly Carter, I think her whole name is, where we've seen the different people she's dated. We've seen the different what she's looking for love. Actually, this is actually really good. I think if we had to name her 5 love languages, I think we can name them, because we've seen what she's looking for love, and we've seen how she's receiving love by the dynamics between the people she used to date. But now, after the visit with her parents, she reactivates her Tinder, and whether it's Tinder or whatever it may be, I think this is just the cue to her saying that she may be wanting to get out there, and she goes on another date. She's really critical back on herself, and here we are. So folks, I think this is a very simple question here. Is Molly ready to get back on the scene? Genuinely, from everything we know about Molly, this is 5 seasons worth of Molly and 1 year time jump from the previous episode. And this is, there's no wrong answers here, but is Molly ready to date? And do we want Molly to date? I thought the answers I gave last week was really good. But do we want to see Molly back on the scene? Cheryl, we'll start with you on this one.
Yeah, I mean, do we have any other choice? But I think it's been a year. I'm going to say, sure, why not? But I also think that when you put yourself on pause from dating, and you go through your break, you have to be intentional. And I want to make sure that she's being intentional, because right now I'm seeing picky, and she's like, be open. So I don't know.
Okay, hold on. Before you get in there, Lucas, Sherelle, we've seen what her type is. We've heard her tidbits about what she desires to date. It's been 5 seasons. When we'll just say this is for us, I think this has been 6 or 7 years of understanding this character. She's out on a date. Let's just call it what it is. She's at a very nice venue, a spa. The ensemble, everything is glowing. Typical Molly stuff. The guy is black, something that she wanted. And she's truly trying to be open to this. And this is 1 year from her saying she's just focusing on her. She said she's happy which is an indication of self-happiness. She is excelling on her job with the person that we seen her have conflict with. This is not the Molly we've seen. This is a brand new Molly. This is almost like a new character. So once again, now, do you think, did she deviate from her original plan to stand by herself, or did she give this a try?
I think she's going to give it a try, because like you said, her parents are like pushing her, you know. I think she's open. I just think, you know, when you are going back into like the dating field and you want something very specific, you have to be intentional.
But do you want her to date? How about that now?
He fucking with you, Sherelle, because he keep on asking the same question because he wants you to say you don't want Molly to date.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I'm gonna say yes, Najee, because it's been a year.
No, I wanted to make sure that I was getting you as a person looking at the show, or you as a person understanding the show. You know, that's what I was getting at. Yeah, because your response said that her parents want her to do it, so I think she should give it a try. So, okay, Lucas.
I think she's being open to it and putting herself out there because her parents are pushing her to do it. And I think it probably open up something in her that says, like, damn, I probably should try to start dating again, you know, see how it goes. But I also think, you know, you just got to be intentional about what you want and know what you want.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's been a year. I say, hell yeah, just go for it.
Yeah, you know, Lucas, I usually always praise you about your memory, and I feel like I'm on 100 right now. Let's not forget the last time that Molly seen her parents Thanksgiving, and she had that conversation with her dad, how that changed everything for her. So while her dad was kind of in the background on this one, and the mom was on the forefront, we know that if anybody that she respects, it's her parents here. So I think their pressure pays more dividends than anything that Issa and any of them could ever do collectively. So Lucas, we'll go to you now.
I've been waiting.
What's your thoughts? I don't need to even lay this table again. Go. What's your thoughts? I've been waiting.
Here's the thing. Clearly, Molly is ready to start dating again. And why she's ready to start dating? Because she's able to self-reflect. That is the key part of this episode that they show, is when she's in that profile and she's looking at what she used to think was important to her, and she goes back and says, yeah, I was wilding. That's self-reflection. So even when we get to the date with her and how she's eager at first to meet him, and she's like, no, calm down. What she's doing is correcting behaviors from the past. That shows that you're actually ready to move forward. It's just that her mom may have pushed her what she assumed was sooner than she was ready to do. But that's normally what happens.
Yeah.
It's normally a parent, it's normally a friend, it's normally someone who pushes you forward and says, like, no, you can put yourself back out there again. And I think with her going on the profile, it was just confirming to her, like, I know where I made the mistakes before. It's time for me to correct those mistakes, and hiding away isn't correcting anything.
No,
that's not going to change anything by me hiding. So I absolutely love the way they shot this scene. I love the way they set it up. I love the way, as she's writing and she's going down each column, she's remembering everything in the past that she did that killed any chance of her finding love, and her then realizing, like, maybe if I give people a chance to be them, then maybe things will be different.
I ain't gonna lie, man. If this is what the tone of this last season is gonna be, I might cry at the finale, man, because they're bringing it together, man.
If they skip a year in every episode,
wow, that would be crazy,
dude.
I mean, and you have to think about it. That means that we won't probably get proper closure on certain characters. We're gonna hear about certain things.
Let me really fuck y'all head up. That means when we see Lisa and Lawrence again, he'll have like a 3 or 4 or 5 year old.
No, I literally was gonna bring that up, that we have to expect next episode that we're getting Lawrence and Condola with a 1 to maybe 2-year-old.
It would be 2-year-old. Yeah. If they fast forward a year, but maybe they don't even focus on them yet. Maybe it focuses on Kelly and Tiff, who we didn't get at all to see in this episode.
Those are our 2 paths going forward.
Yeah.
Miss Amaya, we, I ain't gonna say we, but I'll just say I have been really critical on Molly. Molly's been through a lot, man. She's been through a lot. and I know you've been lobbying for her for a while, and she got it all going. But now it seems that she's ready to get back into the dating world. So, Miss Maya, is she ready?
I think that she is. I think that she is. I agree with Lucas. You know, I've done that whole looking at my old profile thing. Although I'm nothing like Molly, I can say that I've looked at my old profile and been like, yeah, no, that's not gonna work for me, you know, and probably gotten better versus having to look at myself and think like, oh man, I was a total asshole. But yeah, I was not. I was just updating, but it does give you a sense of like where you were. I really like the flashbacks that they gave her, so definitely works. And I'm excited to see where she does go. I mean, I think Andrew was still a great fit, to be quite honest, and you know.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about who's the perfect fit for Molly.
We're not gonna do that, Lucas. We're not gonna
do that. I'm not sure.
The bisexual dude seems to be the perfect. The blockbuster nigga was a perfect fit for Molly.
I don't know when we're gonna have that discussion, but we will, and I think we will be live with everybody so that we can interact with them, our audience. But we definitely will have to kind of put this season into full perspective because there's a lot of I feel like as much as this season is going good and I feel like they're getting ready to start pulling out ties with emotions, I feel like we're going to be left with a lot of unanswered questions. Like, I need to know where my man, the blood, I need to know where he at right now. Like, and is TSA Bay still working at TSA? Because it's been a rough year for them. So
don't nobody want to see TSA Bay no more.
But I do know that one of the things that I was like reading on like social media is that Molly was like really pissed about. That's not her name.
Yvonne Orji.
Yvonne was like really pissed off about how Molly's character ends.
Oh,
she was like she's never beefed with Issa before until this season.
Yeah, I saw something. It wasn't mad. It was more like a joking way of like, I can't believe you ended Molly that way.
Yeah,
hey, we love Yvonne. She's from the DMV. So look, folks, before we wrap up,
born and raised.
That's right, Lower Maryland. Before we wrap up, two other things I want to ask really quick. First off, when I found out that Kofi Cerebro, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name.
Don't do it.
Cerebro. Okay, my bad. Hey, look, my bad. That's why we a team. Don't come for me. Hold on.
Real quick. Fuck all that. When Ralph Angel was in the episode.
Thank you. Yeah, when I heard he was casted, I was very interested. I knew it was the last season, so I didn't think it was going to be a big role. I didn't think he was going to be a boyfriend, but he was the fashion artist Crenshaw in this. And I will say, you know, not as a question, but as a quick dialogue to his characters that something I've been paying a lot of attention to, and because I have friends in Cali. That his voice in this episode spoke to what it meant to be a black artist in California, where white characters or white people want to suppress your voice, just suppress your image, suppress your sound, suppress your narrative. And that was a beautiful thing that they've done in a way that did not beat you over the head. It was simply that he had a picture, he wanted to go with it, and he wasn't going to be stopped. And then even if he didn't know nobody, like, yo, that fashion show was dope as hell, because it sure as hell was. So I really, really appreciate them throwing that in there in a way that this is why Insecure has been so good. They can tell a story, they can tell a message without it being like, hey, make a left here when they were going straight. You know, they put it in the story and it makes sense, and it told you a message about it. Last question before we go, folks. We all are brunchers, lunchers, dinners, happy hours. Yeah. This is a very important question because this happens to be a pet peeve of mine. If we're meeting for business, y'all cool with people inviting people that y'all didn't know was coming?
Fuck ass no.
No.
I wish somebody would. Look here. And I have plenty of business lunches and dinners. You invite somebody that I don't know is coming?
Yeah. No, that's not cool.
Hated it.
But it's also dirty to go behind someone's back to attempt to get something that you want. So both of them was dirty moves.
Yeah.
The only one that was right was the boss, who was like, "Oh, you said you had issues, so I clearly brought the motherfucker who I put in charge to handle these issues." Because I've done that to people. I ain't even gonna lie. Like when you try to call me and think, well, I'm just gonna go to him, Lou, because that's not what they call me at work, but Lou, and he's gonna help, and I will bring the person who I put in charge of the project and be like, well, you said you had an issue with it, so I brought them too.
Yeah, I didn't want to get into my professional life, but I tell you what, I will CC the hell out of the right people because you try to avoid them, don't care.
Yeah.
Hey, per our last discussion,
hey yo, per our last discussion is the most passive aggressive thing that no one actually talks about. That shit's on the for real. When you do that, you know it's going down. Per our last, it's a wrap.
Our last might as well have been like nigga.
That's like a slap in the face.
Oh, you already know.
Agreed.
You already know. Hey, I love it. Or I even go tech level of via our last discussion.
Oh man.
All right, folks, let's get out of here for the night. Look, any other closing thoughts before we roll out? We covered some good stuff tonight. Any closing thoughts about tonight's show? Any predictions for next week? Anything that y'all want to say before we roll out?
I don't have any predictions, but I think I will say it's nice to see Molly transition with the haircut on the show. Like I really like that. And I feel like what I like the most is that they didn't make the other characters make comments about it. It was just like, cool, keep going, boom.
Ooh, that's a hell of a point there.
Yeah. That's true.
I do want to piggyback off of Molly, Yvonne Orgy. I want to see her back in what do you say, concert? She's a stand-up comedian.
Mm-hmm. Her first one was good.
From the HBO special she did?
Yeah. She came to this area on the low, and that was right before the pandemic. So after Insecure wraps, hopefully she goes out there and get that money because I'm trying to see her.
I think she has another show lined up.
Yeah, it's for New Year's. It's for Amazon. I know about that. Yeah. But like I want to see her in stand up, man. So again, I felt like I love the special she had, but it was right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And she loves this area, so hopefully she comes back because
born and raised, her parents still live here.
Yes,
right?
They do.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, they moved. Yeah, well, yeah. But Sherelle, Lucas, anything else y'all want to add?
No. I'm curious about this time jump that potentially could happen again.
Yeah, they do.
But I do see it happening. I don't know if it's going to happen right away, but I do see it happening, and I definitely know it's going to come at the last episode. And why the hell aren't these episodes an hour long?
5 years, 5 seasons straight, man. It's too late now. That's a wrap.
Yeah. Damn, I need more.
I know. I'm with Sherelle on there. I think we may get time jumps possibly in every episode, which that would be the dopest way to end the show. It's by doing time jumps in every episode. And the reason why is because when most shows that we love end, the issue with it ending is that we feel we're left with so many questions. Yeah. If you time jump it, a lot of those questions will get answered.
Yep. It's always rough ending a very popular series, and let it be known that Issa has other things going on, but it would never be as flaming hot as this. So
well, she got $300 million from HBO, so there's no telling what she can do after this.
Yeah, coming up, for sure. Yeah. But like her current stuff right now, that
she has some stuff on YouTube too.
Yeah,
definitely.
Just saying, if you know, you know. But like, and obviously she just got married, and so like,
I'm about to say, exactly. You never know what she gonna. Just stop doubting black women.
No. I'm not doubting.
I think she has some dope. I think
y'all better have my back real quick because you know how the comments be.
Look here, I'm taking my time here to throw shots.
And
I really am.
They'll never hate me. They love hating you.
They hate me on everything.
Yeah,
damn it.
Nah, but I'm just saying that this is her most popular show. In the last seasons, none of us can name any series that has had a good final season that we've been satisfied with in the last 5 years. So
you corrected that real quick.
Yeah, I know. I know some good ones, but like in the last 5 years, there hasn't been any good ones, and I think we're all are bracing ourselves for the potential of what
this
one may be.
You won't have me pull out my Oreo card and start naming shows that I absolutely love the last season of that Black people don't watch. That's what you're not gonna do.
And I still hope that Jon Snow is doing well.
Yo, folks, hey, jump in the comments. Let us know your thoughts about tonight's episode. We asked a lot of questions, so definitely give responses to those questions. And brace yourself because we got more reviews, discussions for this entire season until we get to the finale, the grand closing finale, and that's going to be one. And then, like I said, we will be preparing a live stream to interact with you all. To talk about this season, to talk about future shows you may be interested in, but we'll be around for that. But yeah, let us know your thoughts about episode 2 tonight, and we'll see each and every following Sunday once the show airs and concludes, and then you can jump to our channel for the review. Thank you so much, folks. We'll see you there.
Good night.